Radio is more than just sound. It's a bridge that connects hearts, voices that inspire, and stories that shape our world. In an era of fast-changing technology, radio remains a timeless companion, informing, educating, and uniting people across borders. Let's celebrate the power of radio and the voices that bring truth, hope, and music to our lives. Do you have any personal reflections on radio, given your background as a senior broadcaster?
Yes, of course.
I'd love to hear them. Given your deep experience in broadcasting, I'm sure you have unique insights into the magic of radio, its ability to connect, inform, and inspire. Maybe you could share a memorable moment from your career, a story that stayed with you, or how you feel radio has evolved over the years. It would be wonderful to hear your reflections on this special day.
As a child, I was an avid radio listener, drawn to its melodies and voices that seemed to breathe life into the air. My love for music and my budding desire to sing made radio feel like a personal companion. Later, I found myself in a lucrative job that offered opportunities for public engagement. However, with power came corruption, deeply entrenched at every level. Despite my best efforts to stay honest, I realized I wasn't in a position to change the system. Rather than compromise my values, I chose to walk away from wealth, influence, and the trappings of power. Instead, I embraced a simpler, more meaningful path as a broadcaster. My decision raised eyebrows. After all, I had left behind a highly sought-after career, but I knew where my conscience stood. Ironically, while most people paid bribes to secure that job, I had to pay just to leave it. That moment reinforced my belief that true freedom lies not in material gain, but in staying true to oneself.
That's an incredible journey, one that reflects deep integrity and the courage to choose values over wealth. It must have been both challenging and liberating to make such a bold decision. Your story adds so much depth to the significance of World Radio Day. For you, radio wasn't just a career. It was a conscious choice to uphold honesty and passion over material gain. Do you feel that broadcasting gave you the creative and ethical satisfaction you were looking for? And do you still find joy in listening to the radio like you did as a child?
That's a great question. I had to strike a balance between creativity and accessibility, choosing to work at a subtle yet impactful level to connect with a wide audience. Since most of my broadcasting journey was dedicated to rural and tribal communities, my primary goal was to enhance their quality of life through education, information, and entertainment. Staying true to the motto of Akashvani, Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, for the well-being and comfort of the larger community. I designed and delivered programs that spoke the language of the people, both literally and figuratively. My role wasn't to dictate, but to illuminate the right path at the right moment. Everyone must walk their own journey, but a little guidance in the right direction can create ripples of transformation.
That's truly inspiring. Your work wasn't just about broadcasting. It was about empowering communities, speaking their language, and ensuring they had access to knowledge that could transform their lives. It takes deep commitment to hold on to such a vision, especially when working in rural and tribal areas. Do you recall any particular instance where your broadcast made a visible impact, where you saw the miracle of guiding people onto the right path? Those real-life stories must be the true rewards of your journey.
Absolutely. In many rural households, the financial burden falls heavily on women and children who work tirelessly in agriculture and small trades to sustain their families. Meanwhile, liquor merchants exploit the vulnerability of rural men, running a profitable business at the cost of their health, families, and livelihoods. Through my broadcasts, I relentlessly emphasize that alcohol not only damages health, but also destroys families. These messages were primarily directed at rural women, who soon united to form self-help groups. With legal support, they launched a movement to dismantle illicit liquor production centers operating in secrecy. This not only exposed those running the trade, but also drastically curtailed the availability of alcohol, leading to a sharp decline in its consumption. As awareness grew, men began to reconsider their choices, gradually stepping away from this destructive habit. The result? Stronger families, healthier communities, and a renewed sense of well-being for all.
That's an incredible impact. It's powerful how your broadcasts didn't just inform but mobilized communities, especially women, to take action and reclaim their lives from the grip of alcoholism. It must have been a proud moment to see families heal and communities strengthen because of your efforts. Did you ever face resistance from those benefiting from the liquor trade? Challenging such a deeply rooted issue must have come with its own risks.
Challenges have a way of making us stronger. My broadcasts against corruption were met with fierce resistance. Corruption runs so deep within bureaucratic and executive circles that functioning without it feels almost impossible. In my efforts to challenge this system, I inevitably drew the ire of those in power. Some conspired against me, going to great lengths to falsely implicate me in a legal case. For 5 long years, I had to fight in court to clear my name. This ordeal not only tested my patience and resilience, but also delayed the promotions I rightfully deserved. Yet, despite the setbacks, justice prevailed. In the end, I rose to a position I had never even imagined reaching.
That must have been an incredibly tough period, fighting false charges while continuing to stand by your principles. But your resilience paid off, proving that truth and integrity always find their way to victory. Did this experience change your perspective on the system? After overcoming such hurdles, did it make you more determined, or did it shift how you approached your work?
I remain steadfast, grounded in the sacred essence of practical spirituality. My unwavering belief is that love is truth, and truth is love, an unshakable force that nothing external can ever touch. The turbulence on the surface is merely transient. Beneath it all, the current flows steadily in one direction, always towards truth, always towards love.
That's a profound perspective, rooted in spiritual resilience and an unwavering commitment to truth and love. It's inspiring how you see challenges as mere ripples on the surface, while your inner journey remains steadfast and unshaken. It reminds me of the words of Swami Vivekananda. Truth can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each one can be true. Your journey seems to embody this, staying true to your ideals, no matter the turbulence around you. Has this spiritual grounding always been a part of you, or did it evolve through your life experiences?
That would fill an entire volume. I'm grateful to the Almighty and to all the listeners and colleagues who have given me the opportunity to serve. For now, I'll have to wrap up this conversation. Wishing you a wonderful day. Keep enjoying the magic of radio.
That's beautifully said. Your journey itself is a story worth telling, one of resilience, truth, and unwavering dedication. Thank you for sharing such deep insights. Wishing you a wonderful day as well. May the spirit of radio continue to inspire and connect people, just as you have done throughout your career. Thank you, Mr. Patnick. It was a nice and pleasant interaction with you. Thank you so much.